that was found inside of that bathroom that read, November 1st and school shooting will turn out to be a prank, but EVSC school officials say they cannot take any chances. It is still too early to pinpoint the cause of this explosion. Once the flames are out, they will start sifting through the rubble to help pinpoint the cause. And common to see local volunteers already packing their bags to head to the Gulf states to help prepare for Ernesto, especially because what we saw when Hurricane Katrina. This is that 50-page revised document that was last changed in 1974. Even Misty Davis's arrest definitely took many by surprise. They were elated that both of them are now off of the streets. Many people here in Pike County saying that they will rest easy tonight. Now, just after 5 o'clock tonight, I spoke to the families of Keila Lynch, Rebecca Acorn, and Daniel Spencer White about the news of this arrest. And Jane Aldridge, Keila Lynch's mom, actually told us a story about how last night she was having a very bad night. She went out into her backyard, sat down to say a prayer to the kids, saying that police had no leads. They really could use their help to figure out where Harbison is. Well, Jane must have got her prayer because this afternoon, as you said, Harbison was arrested. But quickly, after that interview that we were doing with all of the family members, that joy turned to anger, all because news of Misty Davis being turned over to her parents after an hour of questioning, that definitely left some people angry. Let's take a listen to what the family had to say. Tonight, as you can see, their pumps are working overtime just trying to get rid of this water because it is just standing. The key, as Ron said, is we could see another half an inch to an inch of rain, which they tell me if we do get that rain, all it's going to do is make the effort that they've made so far non-existent. So the storm caught many people by surprise, especially after last week's tornado. But the 7 p.m. curfew that was in effect has been lifted. This wall will be open 24 hours a day for the next 4 days, and there are events planned throughout the entire holiday weekend. Jackie, one of the biggest things I heard being out here and talking to most of these gentlemen is that most of them feel that when they came home, they never got a proper welcome home. So I think it's fair, if you see any of them this weekend, that you walk up and say, welcome home and thank you for all you did.
Oh, that's a great point, Greg. Thanks.
Well, Randy, this is that eyesore. As you can see, the weeds are overgrown and the structure has actually started leaning to the back and it's become structurally unsound. Neighbors tell me that been done about this property in 10 years. That's why they want answers. Jackie, things are very wet out here. Road crews really haven't been able to pre-treat any of the roads, all because the rain has been falling all afternoon. But as you can see behind me, traffic continues. Many people not waiting around to see what Mother Nature does bring us. That search does continue at this hour. Just a short time ago, police did release the identities of those 2 suspects that remain on the run. The first one is Conan Helsley. He stands 5 foot 5 inches tall, is a white male weighing 116 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. He's on the run with his girlfriend, Brandy Lovell, standing 5 foot 4 inches tall, weighing 105 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. Police want to make sure that these descriptions get out to everyone in Warwick County because they want to make sure that if these 2 suspects are seen, that someone is picking up the phone to call police. Again tonight, 2 people are behind bars. Police are still searching for 2 others. The city continues to say they have no set agenda of whether or not they should renovate Roberts Stadium or build a new one. Emails circulating about big changes at one of the tri-state's largest hospitals may be true because they both know how taxing this recovery process is going to be, especially for those people who have lost everything. 2/3 of this mobile home community will be livable. The other 1/3 was demolished by that F3 tornado. Tonight, only a few members of this community are actually staying here. The others are staying with family and friends or in shelters while they wait for the building inspector to come by or their utilities to be turned on before they can even think about starting to rebuild their lives. For the past week, city council members have been lobbying the public to turn out for tonight's public forum, and that must have worked because if you compare tonight's attendance levels to the past 2 meetings, the attendance was nearly double. So what were the hot issues again tonight? Where to build the stadium, how big, and who's going to pay? Fire officials will be on the scene for the next hour, cleaning up and making sure that all of the hot spots have been contained before they wrap up for the night. Again, as you heard the fire chief say, the cause of this explosion is still under investigation. Again, we can confirm for you 1 person has been transported to an Evansville hospital. They are then en route to a burn center in either Louisville or Indianapolis because they did suffer 3rd-degree burns. Of course, we will be out here as the very latest develops, and of course, we'll have it for you at 6:30 or tonight at 9. Reporting live in Chandler, Greg Waite, Fox 7 News. Department and KSP called this the most elaborate operation they've ever seen, and it was a tip that led them into this garage. This may look like a normal garage to you and I, but in the back, there was a 2-room marijuana cultivating system where marijuana was being grown. Tonight, one person is behind bars and other charges are pending.